ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ॐ. Welcome to the 30th week of the Vedanta Jnana Yajna. Up to last week, what we have understood is how the entire knowledge complex is made up of the sattva, pure aspect of the five elements. How the organs of action are made up of the five elements, raja aspect, activity. So today we are going to understand what does tamas aspect create. So let us begin with that. From the tamas aspect of the five elements, the grossified five elements are born. What is grossified five elements? These elements that we see, this water that we drink, the air that we feel on the skin, this heat that we feel, these are the five elements. This earth that we are on and the space that we experience, these are grossified. How does this take place? Let me explain to you like this. The tamas aspect of each of the five elements divides into two equal parts. Only the tamas aspect, not the sattva, not the raja. Just the tamas of the pure element is separated. One half of each remains intact. So one is remaining intact, the second half. The other half of each gets divided into four aspects. So each of the elements, four aspects is divided. One half is as it is of the tamas. These are also aspect of the same. Now what happens? Then to the intact half of the one element space, 1/8 portion of each of the other element gets joined. So one comes from here, one comes from here, one from here, one from here, and it all gets together. This process of admixturing is called panchikarna or grossification. From these five grossified come the five gross elements. So tamaguna we are talking about. What is tamaguna categorized as? Absolutely by inertia. What is inertia? That which cannot on itself, to itself or to anything else, it cannot illuminate, neither it can move. This is called inertia. That which cannot active or activate itself is inertia. Meaning a stone is there, it cannot move on its own. Something has to come and make it move. Therefore, this entire cosmos is in a continuous process of movement. Why? In the beginning it was given that movement. It can't stop itself, it can't make it go self faster or slower. Till some explosion takes place and the world moves in a different way. Therefore, the tamasic aspect of the five elements together undergo the process of grossification. Just now as I explained, what happens is 1/8 part of the tamas aspect of each of the five break out and go into the full part, the half part remaining of the other five elements. How can we understand this? These elements can thereafter be perceived. That's how we understand. These elements can be perceived by our senses. As I had said in the beginning, the tanmatras, the pure five elements cannot be perceived by us. Why? They are subtler than all these organs. But the process of subtlety always goes from the gross to subtle. That means the gross cannot perceive the subtle, but the subtle can perceive the gross. In the same way, now these organs of our body are coming out of the pure five elements which are subtle. So it has got the subtle elements. And the elements of the world, the grossified elements, 5 elements, are grosser than our organs. That's why we can perceive these 5 gross elements that we see. To give an example, vegetable. Vegetable has all things. What kind of things it has? It has starch, it has protein, means chemicals. It has earth. We know vegetables have got earth. It has got water content. It has its own heat. Also air. And it is occupying space in the same way. That when we talk about our own body. Now let us talk about our own body. Our own body occupies space. We have plenty of air in us. If you sit next to somebody, suddenly you'll start hearing some sounds. Don't be afraid, the sounds can come from you also. We have plenty of air in us, that's why that sound releases from the body. Then the body has our own heat, and more than half of our body is made up of water. These are all known facts to us. There is earth factor also into us. Therefore, I am more heavier than most of the people, because the weight aspect comes from the gross element of earth. But we know this. The gross body cannot function without the subtle body. When the subtle body leaves the gross body, what happens? No, we will not call that word. We will say that this gross body disintegrates. It goes where? It goes back to the 5 gross elements. Ashes to ashes. As all gross bodies have the same 5 gross elements, how can one gross body claim to be superior than any other gross body? Kindly pay attention. All differences at the gross level are superficial. If this is understood clearly by each and every person on earth, what Vedanta's message is to the world, that we are not superior to anybody else, because we all are made up of the same gross 5 elements. Then there will be no difference of white and black. There will be no difference in any sex and gender differences. There will be no difference that I am more superior intellect than you less intellect, because we will all look at each other as the same, coming out of the same 5 gross elements. In the beginning of the Vedanta sessions, we had said, we are not going to learn Vedanta so that we can just listen to it and forget. It is going to show us how to live and make our life better. If with this understanding, the whole world peace can be gained. So don't you think it is a great lesson to learn and follow in life? This is what Vedanta is. Now, the relationship of the individual with the total is going to be explained. Very quickly, I will explain to you this. The individual is called Pinda, microcosm, and the total is called Brahmanda or macrocosm. The part is never separate from the whole. It is always inherent in the whole. The part is always inherent. Minus even a small part, the whole is not complete. Therefore, we cannot call it whole. In the same way, the individual subtle body is made of the total subtle elements. We know this now, isn't it? Please pay attention. The individual subtle body. What is the subtle body? Mind, intellect and the others. What are they made up of? Of the total subtle elements, not remaining separate from them. For instance, the individual mind is a part of the total mind, because it cannot stay separate. Our individual mind is made up of the same 5 elements, subtle elements, and the total mind is made up of the 5 subtle elements. Similarly, the individual gross body, the gross body is called Pinda, is part of the total gross body called Brahmanda. Also, don't forget, the original cause of the total gross and the total subtle element is only one. What is that? Truth, Brahman, or the pure self. The cause always pervades the effect, isn't it? Remember the ornaments example, the clay example. The clay pervades all clay pots. All the ornaments are pervading by gold. There is no sea, no wave, no bubble without water. So water pervades everything. Therefore, in essence, there is identity between the individual and the total. The waves are only a part of the massive thing that they call as ocean. In terms of just name, if I say this is not called wave, it is called zave, it will not change, because it yet remains nothing but water. This essential oneness has to be understood by us. Vedanta explains to us this in complete detail. Now, with this understanding, how it was created, Sattva created what, Raja created what, and Tama created what. In the beginning only we had said, we are going to explain what is Jiva. So we have explained to you what Jiva is. We had told you that we will explain to you what the world is and how it is created. So Jiva is explained, that is individual. World is explained, that is the total. We had also explained to you what are these gods. Remember, each and every organ is related with a god. That means which makes that organ active, makes it useful. In the next session, what we are going to do is, we are going to take up the last aspect, which is called the identification between the individual and the total. How it works. Individual is Jiva, total is Ishvara. How are they equal? I hope you all understood today and enjoyed the session. Let us look forward for meeting us in the next Sunday session. Kindly join me for a prayer. पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। हरि ओम।